Hey everyone, welcome to Weld.com. I'm Mancub here. Today we're here at Anna Maria Island, Florida. Today we're going to be working on top of that roof. We're going to mount a camera and a 3/16 2-inch square post about 8 feet tall with a tracker camera on top. Let me take you over to the side of the house. I got some 3/16 stainless over there. I'm going to show you guys how to bring it to mirror finish. So let's go over and take a look at it. Hey guys, we're over here at the buffing station. This is the 2-inch square tubing, 3/16 stainless. This is about a 12-foot pole, but I marked 6 feet out because that's all going to be required to put through the top of the roof to mount the camera. I'm using this this red disc from Furs. I'm just getting these scratches out from getting all these coarse scratches out so I can move to the next step. If the cameraman zooms in here, he could see the difference here. The coarse scratches are right here. You basically want to get these coarse scratches out, because if you leave them in there, your mirror finish will look like a little foggy or haze. Then I'll move into the next step. I'm moving to this one a little bit finer, so I want to take out the scratches from this previous disc, and I'm going to move at a from 90 direction this way, and just keep working it. Then I'm going to take this wheel. I'm going to take a little compound on this while I got it on the grinder, and hit the grinder a little bit and get some compound on there. Then I'm going to just buff it at a random direction. This is basically going to take out the scratches from the previous disc. I'm pausing this a little bit because it cuts a little bit better when it's running low RPMs, because I don't have a control speed. So then it's going to come out as a mirror finish like this right here. Then all you got to do is take a rag and rub the compound off, the excess compound, and you're ready to go. It's that fast and that easy. All right guys, we brought the 12-foot post up through here, through this little small opening, and we basically shoved it up through this little boot up to the ceiling. We're basically in a tight little loft area, up like in a little baby attic. We got it clamped up here, but we're gonna raise it back, lower it back down to the floor, and then we're gonna go up top of the roof, and we're gonna mount a plate for the camera. And that's about it right now. So I'll meet you guys up on top of the roof, and we'll start welding up there. Hey guys, we're up on the roof now. We got the pole through here. We brought the welder up, the ESOB 205 Rebel, the AC/DC. We're doing a foot pedal. So I'm gonna be running 130 amps. That's my max because I hooked the 110 up and hooked it up to the wall. So we're running DCEN, direct current electronegative. This is the 3/16 stainless pole we got up here. I got the plate already tacked up for the camera. I got my ground hooked right up top. And the only thing we gotta do is build a blind, and we're about ready to go. And we're gonna be using 3/16 filler wire. All right guys, I'll see you in a little bit. We stapled a little, we put a little nails through here to make these boards. All we did is do a little homemade thing. We used one of these armor clamps, basically hold it on. Now all I did is took a welding blind, and all I'm gonna do is drape it over this edge here. Over the top of this, so we don't lose shielding gas and get porosity. Just a little homemade thing we have. This is what you gotta do out in the field. And I'm gonna probably put another clamp over here to keep it away from me while I'm welding. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. See that guys? Looks pretty good. I'm trying to avoid all the contamination in my puddle, all right? I'm using a number 12 cup. That's about it. I got my safety harness on. Let's go ahead and start welding on this. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All I'm gonna do is just do like a little walking cup. I'm gonna go slow, let it burn in. Gonna do a little dip method right there while I'm wiggling the cup. That's it. That's all I'm doing. The wood's a little catching on fire. That was my little brace to hold the blind away from me. And everything. But this is a non-critical weld. All it is doing holding a bird and a camera up. So, all right, I'm gonna come off to the side a little bit. See all that smoke up in here? See, it wasn't a good idea Mancub had. Should have a piece of steel, but we didn't have one here. Hey guys, our the windscreen, our stand that's holding it up, bracing it out. It's made out of wood, that's the only thing we could find. So I'm heating it up and making it smoke, and it caught on fire a little bit. It's getting into our weld pool, so I basically stopped. I'm gonna let it cool off, and I'm gonna change my tungsten, and then I'm gonna go back at it again. To do this left-handed again here. All right, let's finish this side out. We're gonna be running out of light here soon, probably like 2 or 3 hours. We still gotta weld the other side plate up. Hey guys and girls, we just got the vertical done on the left side and right side of the tubing. We're gonna move this piece of wood up about 3 or 4 inches because it's in my way to do the overhead. There's about 2 inches of overhead welding. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys in a little bit, all right? Wrap this weld real good, because that's where cracks start usually. That's it. Let post flow stay there, let it sit there for a second, let it cool. So we're gonna get a post crack. It came out all right. No pinholes or nothing. Got color still. We're done with the bottom. Now we're gonna go up to the top and weld this up, and we're about done with the camera mount. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start here. I'm doing a little dab method here, the old-fashioned way. This weld's gonna be here forever. We ain't gonna build it up after this is good enough. I'm gonna come over here, make sure it's washed in real good. Let off my pedal right here. Let the argon cool it. We're gonna go check to make sure this is all tightened. Oh yeah, we're tightened. So we just finished welding up these 4 sides on this, four fillet welds here. We TIG welded this with 3/16 3/32 stainless wire. I was using 1/8 inch E3 and a 150 modular torch and the ESOP 205 Rebel. So it came out all right, not too bad. We had a little bit of gas issues, but we readjusted the blinding and the camera guy. So I looked over it, I don't see no pinholes. It's a non-critical weld, guys. Just make sure there's no pinholes, make sure the sides are all fused in together. I mean, this is good enough for out here. It's never gonna rust. I didn't overheat the stainless because it's still got color in it. So it looks pretty good. So next we're gonna put a flat plate on here. Oh, excuse me, we're gonna run the wires up here for the camera. There's 2 wires, a power cord, then the video cord. We run it through here on the front we drilled earlier. Then put this plate up here and do that a little overhead fillet weld, a small one. Then there's gonna be a little arc going up on top. 2 bolts are gonna hold it, and that's it, guys, all right? So we're gonna get to the rest of it. I'll see you guys in a little bit. So here's the plate right here. I cut the plate a little bit smaller than 2 inches. The tube is 2 inches. I want it smaller than 2 inches so I could have a little bit of like a fillet weld right here, so I could have a nice little penetration right here, and like a nice little build up right here. All I'm gonna do is tack this corner, make sure it's all nice and even on both sides. First, tack all 4 corners. Then I'm gonna just go ahead and weld it all out. Then we're gonna be done with the bird mount. We're gonna go ahead and weld this all right now. I'm like doing a calf stretch right now. It hurts. All right. So this side came out good. We got silver and gold, purple. But it's still really good and everything, and it's still pretty good. So we're sealed off here. We're ready to mount this white camera mount that holds the camera actually. Then we're gonna put the bird on, and guys, that's about it. We wrap it up. So we got the top plate mounted for the bird up top. Here's the bracket arm for the camera, the track camera we're putting on. We'll run these wires through here. We'll run the white one first, pull it out through here. And then put this black one through here, go right here, Then we got stainless steel bolts here for the salt and the weather. So we got the bird up here. It's out 316 stainless. We plasmaed it on the Quickie 510 Shop Pro. I'm putting stainless steel bolts here with a lock washer on it. 2 on each corner. I mean 1 on each corner, excuse me. All right, guys, all you arc strikers, we got this all done. All the bolts are in. We're all finished up. All we're gonna do is call the camera guy. He's gonna put the camera up in. Thanks for watching Weld.com. I'm Mancub. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and follow us on Instagram. Thank you. I'm Mancub. Learning is key. I'm king of the world! We don't want to drop no tools here. We'll have to send cameraman back, bring back up to us. I hope we get this done in time. We're gonna be welding in the dark probably. Guarantee you that. That's a beautiful sunset over there. Oh, Bob, he'll probably throw me off his roof. What is this dance called? I don't know the name. I always see people doing it and I can't do it. I was right about weld with a wire brush as a filler metal. Hey guys, I grounded through the wood here. Ow, the clip's still on. Crap, that hurt. It got me through my hand and my knee, so if you guys worry about the high freak not being good, it's good, trust me.